You're watching Conference USA on ESPN from Plaster Stadium in Springfield, Missouri. Today it's college football as the UTEP Miners take on the Missouri State Bears. Happy Saturday, everyone. It is homecoming here in Springfield today. I'm Don West along with Missouri Sports Hall of Fame broadcaster Tom Mast, and a big matchup with a red-hot Missouri State Bears team today taking on the Miners for the first time ever.
Well, and Don, Missouri State in their first year in this conference, eyeing a possible shot, a long shot, but a possible shot at a conference title, and a disappointing season for the Miners to this point, but they would like to go out on a high note these last 3 weeks.
Let's give you a matchup to watch today. Defensively for UTEP, it is Micah Davey among the national leaders in tackles and a very good in the tackle for loss column as well.
Well, he's the busiest guy in the conference. He is an active player. He'll be all over the field. We'll be calling 48 a lot today.
And for Missouri State, it's Jacob Clark rewriting the record books in the Missouri State annals here in football in Springfield. 239 pass attempts, 152 complete, nearly 2,000 yards, and just a great offense versus defense look to here today.
And has overcome a midseason injury to battle back and be a key factor.
And for more on our matchup today, let's go down to Sierra Clark.
The big matchup this evening is going to be between Missouri State's explosive passing attack against UTEP's elite pass defense. Missouri State has 5 different receivers with over 20 catches. As for UTEP, they are #1 in the conference when it comes to passes defended, and with their third down defense, they're #2 in the country in that category. So keep an eye out for that, guys.
So mid-November here in Springfield, Missouri, and 79 degrees today. It may break a record for the date. Earlier in the week, it was 39 with a north wind, and today it is just unbelievably nice.
Opening day of deer season in Missouri. Just nothing like an 80-degree day for that.
And time for our opening kick, brought to you by the Missouri State Bookstore. Shop on campus or online at MissouriStateBookstore.com for all your bearwear needs. Missouri State won and deferred. UTEP will have the ball first. Crowd still filing in here at Plaster Stadium. Should be a big turnout today for homecoming. And from the 3, Kenny Odom on the return and down short of the 20.
Up and in there by Kanye Young. Got a hand on him and spilled him up short, like you say, of the 20, so a deep start for the Miners.
UTEP will head out with Skylar Locklear, who has been their quarterback their last 4 games. He took over the starting job mid-season. 804 passing yards, 7 touchdowns, and 5 picks. It had been Malachi Nelson, who threw for 8 touchdowns himself, but for 9 interceptions. And so they made the change. We may also see a third quarterback today for the Miners. And maybe a broken play here on first down, and it's a gain of maybe a yard for Locklear.
Yeah, that had all the makings of somebody missed something, because he looked left, he looked right, and decided to tuck it and go. I don't think this was a design quarterback. Well, maybe it could have been a quarterback draw. I'm not sure, but it closed quickly on him.
2nd and 9. Locklear with a lot of time going deep, but it is incomplete, and there's a flag down.
Well, great route that time. Good throw, was a little underthrown, but you'll see Thomas Anderson came back and made contact and drew the penalty flag.
There's another flag back at the line of scrimmage.
And we'll see what all of this is about.
Referee today is Rodney Burnett.
There are 2 fouls on the play. Holding, offense number 72, pass interference, defense number 14. Those penalties offset. We play 2nd down.
So it didn't happen.
You see the hold in here. Yeah, see the jersey swing right there. And I'll tell you who benefits the most out of this. It's Missouri State, because had this been a pass interference, they would have really been moving down the field. So the Miners catch a little bad break in that they were holding and they offset the play.
We'll repeat 2nd and 9 inside the first minute. Odom swings out to the left, and Locklear with the give. on second down. And this is Ashton Emery on the carry. He's out to about the 25. UTEP looking at 3rd and about 3.
And he was an ankle shake away from breaking this thing open. Look right here, good hole. They catch him low, slide down to the ankle. If he shakes that, he probably gets the first down.
Emery 304 yards on the ground coming in, second only to Locklear's 308 in rushing this year for the Miners. Locklear on 3rd down, finds the seam, and it's at the 30 for a catch and a first down for the Miners. That one goes to Jordan Andrus.
Yeah, he checked off on his first look there, threw it right across the middle. Andrus was wide open for him, right where he needed for him to be.
Right back to the line. Locklear with time into single coverage, and that is incomplete. Again covered by Thomas Anderson. But this one was all well and good.
Odom was the intended receiver, and they've worked on Anderson twice down. He may have gotten away with another bump down here. Look down here as it comes into play. There's a little contact. See that? But the side judge doesn't throw anything on that one, so that quickly you come up with second down.
And that is short of the target at the 40-yard line. So 3rd and 10 coming up.
We will see them into a hurry up. Coach Scotty Walden said they like to up tempo. Tempo is what they're all about. He wants to see an up tempo game. So when we try to show you a replay, we may get caught trying to come back because they are going to play this thing at a feverish pace today.
Looking at 3rd and 10 at their own 34 on their initial drive. Locklear stumbles, now recovers, got space to his left, headed for the sideline, and he has the first down at the 45.
Man, you talk about an opening for him. The receiver took the corner all the way down the field, and Locklear saw nothing but green turf in front of him there. And once he eludes this right here in the backfield, it's open field all the way. He just needs the angle. He's looking at the marker and got exactly what he needed.
UTEP ready to go at its own 45. And a design draw this time, but this one closes up fast. Gained maybe 2.
Yeah.
And Scotty Walden on the sideline, former head coach at Austin Peay last year for UTEP. His first year he went 3-9. 2-7 so far this season. Also had a COVID shortened year at Southern Miss as head coach. This one caught into Bears territory, a reach for the 45, which is where the Miners needed for a first down. It's a little bit short.
Anderson loses his helmet on the play, so he'll come and sit for a second. But like you say, just about a yard shy of what they needed. So third short right here for the Miners.
A big personnel rotation here on 3rd down.
Well, and if the Miners don't shift personnel between plays, Missouri State can't shift defense. Now here it worked out that they could, but that up tempo is going to really work against the Missouri State defense here if they keep flying like this.
UTEP's got a tush push type of play they run, and now the quarterback splits out and hold on. There's a flag. Locklear came out to the near side, but a false start.
Don't know that they came completely set. When Locklear shifted out to the wing there, and we were kind of given the heads up to kind of watch for this tush push, and sure enough, they were going to try it there. That'll pull them out of that play now.
That false start, something that hasn't been called in the NFL.
Oh, they haven't figured out how to call it yet. No.
But now it's 3rd and 6. Locklear had to hurry, and this is incomplete. Big rush right in his face, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, he got lots of pressure that time. Cooper Roy came in from the left edge there and got his hands up, and Locklear had to go sidearm with it and just couldn't make anything connect here.
And Kenny Odom, among the national leaders in catches per game, was the target. 46 receptions coming in and 4 touchdown catches.
They will kick with a pretty sizable breeze behind them, going from the north to the south, left to right.
Noah Botsford is the punter, and he bombs this one way out the back of the end zone on the fly. 51 yards, and they stopped counting at the goal line. So out to the 20 for Missouri State to take over when we come back. Early on in Springfield, Missouri, homecoming 2025 for the Missouri State Bears.
Missouri State is currently 6-3, but they are actually not bowl eligible with those 6 wins because they're in a transition period from FCS to the FBS level. And Missouri State head coach Ryan Beard is wanting his team to play in a bowl game. They're actually petitioning because Coach Beard said his players getting the opportunity to play in a bowl game is an opportunity for them to show off their brand and possibly get the eyes from NFL scouts and make a name for themselves and maybe end up on an NFL team. So it is all a new process for this team, guys.
Thanks, Sierra. Yeah, a lot in the news this week about that. This pass complete to Jamarie Robinson on the Bears' first play from Jacob Clark. They get to 12 yards to the 32. So 4 receivers out for Clark. Shamari Lawrence, the main running back for the Bears. Dash Luke, the motion man, left to right. And they'll look out that way, and that is caught at the 47.
And it almost looked like it was intended for Luke. And Robinson, I think, came up with it. Or is it Robinson? Yeah, I can't tell. That's the 0, I think, on there. But, yeah, it almost looked like it missed the first receiver and caught the second. That could have been Ronell Johnson. Not sure. Look at this. Yep.
Yeah, Ronell Johnson there.
It was him all the way.
Numbers all
scrumpled up. Yeah.
Good word. At the 47. And a give to Shamari Lawrence, averaging over 60 yards a game, and he's got a big first carry here to take the ball to the UTEP 40.
Caught the corner. Good block down on the corner right here. And Lawrence turns it, eludes one man, tight ropes down the line, and gets it inside. Did he get inside the 40? He may just be a half a step out.
Nose of the ball on the 40-yard line of the Miners. And Clark right back to the line. Fake to Lawrence, coming out to his left. There's a wide open man. This one is caught. Makai Cope on the catch. All the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, Clark escaped the pocket. Didn't really escape. He just rolled out of the pocket there, and he had plenty of room. There was a moment there I thought he might tuck and go himself, but Cope was so wide open he had to deliver there, and another first down and move the sticks.
His 12th catch of the year, over 170 yards receiving now for Cope. And the Bears are into the red zone, and Jacob Clark is among the best nationally in a red zone offense. Got some time, takes a big hit, and it's incomplete in the corner of the end zone, and Clark is a little slow in getting up.
Yeah, he caught one right in the ribs on that one, and the hit kind of really altered the release of the ball here. But Clark still battling back from what we said was a mid-season, early season injury, and has fought through it and directed them well, but you don't know how many hits like that you can take.
Missouri State 22 out of 23 in the red zone in its last 6 games. Second down, and a flag comes in.
And I'm going to tell you what, I don't think Clark was very comfortable. He still was kind of limping around there a little bit, and either may have lost, may have got
offense number 74.
May have gotten the wind knocked out of him, but he just never looked like he was completely ready for the snap of the ball there, and we get the line moving.
Right tackle Eric Cade with the false start. It'll be 2nd and 15.
We talk about his injuries. That's a key component to the season for the Miners. They lost a couple of great starting offensive players early on. They've lost 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and it looks like we're going to get a break or a review or something here.
Sounds like they're going to look for some possible targeting in here.
Well, Clark
could use the break.
He could use the break to catch his breath, that's for sure. But again, back to the Miners, they've lost offensive players, so everybody's, you know, susceptible to injuries. But Coach Walden said that was a critical part of their season going south real fast, was losing some early offensive strengths. I did not see the contact on Clark because I followed the ball.
Me too.
But I do know he took a really good lick, and we'll find it out here and see what it looked like. Coming in on the blitz. Well, no helmet contact there, no helmet to helmet. But was he leading with the helmet? That would be the only question, I guess. Ooh, you know what?
You can see that he ducked his head there.
That's right in the ribs, and I'm going to tell you what. That's why Jacob Clark came up slow, and probably did lose his win just a little bit there. But you're right, Don. This review gives him a chance to
yeah.
to catch himself just a little bit. We visited with the replay officials next door to us before the game and said, if we have a question, we may knock on the door. This might be one you have to knock on the door and ask about, because this was not helmet to helmet, but it was leading. See what their decision is all about. Right?
Lowering the head.
Lowering the head. You know, we've all become, you know, trained to think that it's just a helmet to helmet contact. And sometimes if you lead, did he hit up in the neck area? And I don't think he didn't even come close to that.
It's 10, Jaden Wilson, who made that contact. He's the second leading tackler for UTEP, 67 total tackles behind Micah Davies, 107. Also forced a couple of fumbles this year and has an interception, so they do not want to lose him.
Second down.
Nothing else come of it.
We caught the end of it there. He said there is no call for targeting.
Now we'll see how Clark is recovered with the ball at the 24-yard line for 2nd and 15.
Well, he had a really nice drive underway, and that kind of derailed it right there, because they were clicking on passes and a couple of good run. And as we say, Clark's got his chance to regain what he may have lost in that hit. We'll see where we go from here.
Crowd here today that will rival their home opener this year against SMU in Springfield, their first ever home FBS game. Bears need to get to the 9 for a 1st and goal. Rolled back, Clark looks, and across and incomplete.
Yep, he had Luke. Luke had beaten everybody across the middle, and Clark again took a lick, and he went to the turf again, and he is up slow again. One man seems to be getting through that wall, and he's able to put a lick on Clark. They've done it twice now, and again that he hurried to throw a little bit because Dash Luke was open, but just could not connect with it. Watch right here. Watch the man coming in, and even though it wasn't quite the same hit, every time you hit the turf, it takes a little bit out of you.
Clark missed the game at Middle Tennessee, and Deuce Bailey came in and led the Bears to a win. Now Clark on the run. He'll go into traffic, and that is tipped and caught inside the 10-yard line, and that's good for a Bears 1st down.
No, they're going to mark him short.
Okay, at the 10?
Yeah, they're going to mark him right at the 10. He got bumped backwards. He thought he had it. I thought he was at the 9, but maybe not. And
Tristan Gardner, who had the game-winning catch last week at Liberty for Missouri State.
Watch where the contact comes right here, because he catches it on the tip, comes up. He was at the 9 and got pushed back.
I thought he was at the 8.
Maybe even the 8, but they move him back.
So now it's 4th down.
Yeah. And early roll of the dice here for the Bears.
Going to go for it with Clark under center. He gives to Lawrence, and Lawrence takes it all the way.
And it almost missed on the connection there. Did you see Clark have to reach a little extra distance to get it into Lawrence's gut? But the hole was there, and Lawrence was able to make up the difference. Watch right here. Watch the extension. See that? I mean, just a little further out than he probably wanted.
10 yards on 4th and 1. Yusuf Obeid with the extra point now. And Obeid, 23 out of 24 so far for the year. And it's good. 7-0 Missouri State, middle of the first quarter in Springfield. Tom, how about the keys to the game today?
Well, talking with Coach Walden yesterday, they had nothing but respect for Jacob Clark and his ability. So they know the Miners have got to pressure that pocket all day long, and they need to make big plays. You saw Odom get close on a couple. You know, Wandemi Davis is another big playmaker. They need to make the big plays count when they have the chance. For the Bears, as Sierra told us, the Miners one of the best in the nation at defending the third down. So the Bears need to extend drives today. And look what they did. They broke on top early. They've done that 7 of 9 games today. One of the reasons they're 6-3.
Keys are brought to you by the Chevy Dealers of the Ozarks, a proud sponsor of the Missouri State Bears. Stop into your local Chevy dealer today. Kickoff a little short, and it hits at the 15 and is covered at the 19.
Well, return man tried to reach down and pick it up and make something happen, still couldn't get a grip on it, and they're going to start from almost the same spot they started their first series.
And Jacob Clark with that first drive passing 2,000 yards of total offense this year, and he's just a few away from 2,000 passing yards now as well.
Well, Locklear's got to come back. We're going to see there's a lot of trickery in the offense for the Miners. We saw a little of it maybe in that first set of series, and we may see it here again. Look and see if they try to mix things up and kind of just befuddle things.
Hand off to Austin Emery, only to the 20. Pickup of 1.
Well, it was a cutback by Emery there, and it just never really got moving very well. And the Bears were able to step up and kind of make the play there. And Sterling Smithson, big 90, the 325-pounder out of Overland Park, Kansas, was in on the stop.
Locklear on 2nd and 9. Flag is down, deep downfield, and it's caught at the 35-yard line, and a flag way back at the 15.
Well, there's that big play opportunity I talked about in the keys. They need to make that happen, but it will be for naught.
10-yard penalty, main 2nd down.
And regardless of the penalty there, Don, that's got to be a concern now for Missouri State, because those receivers who are more than capable of getting deep and getting behind coverage showed you right there what they're able to do.
Watch for Wandemi Davis, 2nd in the FBS in yards per catch this year, nearly 23 yards per catch.
That's unfathomable that you're averaging 23 yards a catch. I mean, that's just wild.
And that somebody's in front of him, too.
And somebody's in front of him.
So back to the 10-yard line, where it is 2nd and 19. Pass caught at the 15. That'll pick up 5 as UTEP heads back upfield. The catch by Jalen Brown.
Yeah, Brown on another one of those. Not overly busy this season, but more than capable of making things happen. They get 5 of it back.
His 5th catch of the season for 47 yards now. 3rd and long. Locklear finds some space, fires downfield, and it's incomplete.
I'm going to tell you, if he keeps throwing that, he is going to connect. His receivers, I'm going to tell you what, Odom again, Kenny Odom absolutely blitzed his way past the secondary. And if Locklear keeps heaving it like that, it's going to click at one point for them. He was able to step out of the pocket, plant himself, put a lot of air under it, just got a little too much of a lead on Odom.
No catches yet for Odom, but nearly 6 per game. And coming into today tied for the conference lead with 46 catches. So it's Noah Botsford in to punt again. He bombed the last one out the back of the end zone.
He averages 46 a boot, so he's got the foot.
This one fielded at the 41 and out of bounds for Dash Luke, short of midfield. 44-yard punt. Missouri State will take over nearly at midfield. 7-0 Missouri State in the first. 6:11 to go in the first, and down to Sierra Clark.
Yeah, UTEP has struggled a lot with those close games and finishing them out. So Coach Walden was saying that they've practiced those close scenarios in practice and maybe even switch things out to try different things to see what works in those high pressure situations, guys.
And yeah, last week falling just 30-27 to Jacksonville State, which is still unbeaten in conference play. Now Missouri State on its first play of this drive. Lawrence with the carry down to about the 30-yard line, but there's a flag back at the 37.
There's either going to be a block in the back or possible face mask. I don't know. The way they're walking, I'm not sure. But the way they're walking, now they're calling it holding, yeah. Thought there might have been a block as he kicked himself outside there. But, boy, that left wall opened up well for him. Had lots of room to move.
So this will result in a net gain of 4 yards. And so it'll be 1st and 6. And Clark takes another hit from behind as he throws this one out to his right, and the Bears cover it to make sure.
I'll tell you what, he took a heck of a lick from behind by Taylor, who came up number 6 on the corner there, and he didn't see him coming. And Jacob Clark is really learning what it's all about to get popped around just a little bit.
Echo Taylor with the pursuit that time. It'll be 2nd down.
Did they mark that as a fumble then? Because they took yardage back.
Took a yard off,
yeah,
didn't they?
I thought he got it forward, but maybe not. Yeah, that defensive wall, they are really coming.
Now a quick hit and caught for a 1st down for Missouri State. James Blackstrain with the catch.
Well, Clark got a quicker release that time. Just took a 2-step drop and let it go, and was content to get the yardage he needed and not try to go for anything deep and not take another hit.
Blackstrain's 15th catch of the year, 1 touchdown reception. And now 1st and 10 for the Bears at the UTEP 38. Clark looks, and it is dropped. And that's Lawrence.
Lawrence took the fake out of the backfield and turned around and looked right back at Clark. And don't know if the ball was a little behind him. He thinks it was catchable. He was upset with himself for not making the connection there. There was the fake. Then he turns. Oh, yeah. Lawrence, it was in his hands. He felt like he should have had it.
So 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence finds a little space and carries it to the 36, just a couple of yards.
And this will now set up where the Miners are just absolutely deadly. 3rd down situation, 3rd and 8. This is where they just prevail all the time. Specialize, if you will, at being a quality 3rd down defensive unit. We'll see.
2nd in the FBS, 1st in the conference in 3rd down defense. Only 25.4%. Missouri State is 0 for 1, but they're 1 for 1 with a touchdown on 4th down. Wide open man, and it's caught. There's a flag down inside the 20-yard line. It's Cope again.
I think what happened, I think Cope may have pushed off. Or a hold. No, it's going to be a hold. Cope kind of threw his hands up like he couldn't believe it, but I'm seeing the back judge come in, and he was holding, signifying a hold.
Holding defense number 12. Penalty's been declined. Result of the play is a first down.
Well, Makai Cope making a splash here in the first quarter.
And again, this was because he was just so wide open.
So back to the red zone for Missouri State, where they did score on their first drive today. Ball at the 17. And Ramon Green with the carry. Second option at running back for head coach Ryan Beard. He takes it down to the 14, maybe the 13-yard line. And Ryan getting a lot of attention this week with his 4-game winning streak, 6 wins on the board, and technically bowl eligible now. Has made it clear that he thinks the rule that says the Bears can't compete is outdated and antiquated.
Been very verbal about that. Trying to sell it. Of course, in the meantime, you know you got to win ball games.
Pass caught, but it'll be for a loss.
Good read by Justin Content right there.
James Blackstrain with the catch, but he's back to the 17 again for third down. There's also the possibility that not enough teams get to that 6-win mark, Tom, to make them bowl eligible, and Missouri State could see a backdoor to a bowl game.
And most discussion leads you that direction. That would be the avenue that would potentially open it up for Missouri State. If there were not enough teams eligible or teams declined to accept invitations, that might open the door. But there's a lot of debate going on the next 3 or 4 weeks.
3rd and 10. Clark, little time, swings it out to Robinson, dances around one man, and takes it as far as the 12 and is stopped there. Missouri State will likely bring out Obeid again unless there's anything further from this. Yeah, here comes Yusuf Obeid.
Yeah, he had a little space right there. He was wide open at the time of the reception. Nobody there, but they close on him quick and come up and seal it right there, which is what they had to do to prevent the first down.
So 82 teams, 41 bowl games to be divided up in December, but we're a long way from that. Here's Obeid from 29 yards into kind of a crosswind, and this one is up and good. Missouri State up 10-0. 2:15 to go here in the first. The all-new ESPN app has arrived. It's all ESPN and
number 19
all in one
Missouri
place.
State is now number 92.
It's your home for the most and best live sports and a whole new way to experience ESPN. Check out Multiview and watch up to 4 games at once. The future of sports has arrived, and it's called ESPN.
Well, I would say things are kind of moving the direction Missouri State wanted this thing to develop. Miners are going to need to regroup a little bit, see if they can get Locklear. I'm going to go back to what I said a couple of times. His receivers are getting down into the secondary. They just haven't been able to connect or have had a penalty pull it back. But there's an opportunity, and I think it's going to pay off for him eventually.
So 10-0 Bears. Fans basking in the sun here for homecoming.
Sunscreen was available all over the place today in November.
And it's always been in October here in Springfield. But because of the weekday schedule of October games in Conference USA, this may be the future for Missouri State. Homecoming all in November. We'll see. Kickoff coming back from the 9. And barely across the 20. And a big stick on that tackle. King Davis.
Wow.
Is that? No, 40 instead?
Yeah, 40 instead of 10, yeah.
Connor Lair there.
Yeah, Connor Lair kind of picked him up and put him down. Yeah, you're right. That was one of the new discussions was moving into this conference. Hey, we have to have homecoming in November. How are we going to pull that off? Well, the fans are out. And it helped that Mother Nature kind of kicked in a pretty nice day today as well.
And again, last weekend it was 39 with a north wind at 20, and it was just awful.
It was football weather last weekend.
When the Bears went to Liberty and won in comeback fashion. Run on first down, not much there. Bears bottle it up. Now a fight's broke out at the 40-yard line. A helmet came off.
No flag.
For UTEP, Raphael Campbell is the man involved.
Could not see who that was for the Bears.
He goes off the field. There hadn't been any flags or any further sanctions.
Yeah, that was kind of a counter move. Look at this. Just you counter the other direction, and it just doesn't happen. And they sealed it up. And there's Big Smithson again, number 90. Here's the big ball.
And deep again. And this one is, boy, so close. But Odom has not made that connection yet.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to beat this drum till I've worn it out. He's going to connect on that because he has got 2 fleet-footed or 3 receivers that are finding a way to beat the secondary. They just have missed by a half a step on a couple of occasions.
Those nearly 6 receptions per game.
And you know, John, when you're 2-7, you can gamble like that. You know, this is how you win ball games. You press and press and press.
3rd and 10. Locklear steps out. Little room and upfield, and that is caught.
Whoa!
At the 40-yard line.
That's one of these famous one-handed catches that the world's living by now.
That was Josh Schutz.
Watch this. Yep, and I'll tuck it away.
First down at the 40. The big one for Schutz. Now Locklear with time. Looking, and he'll run it himself. Midfield, just gets clocked out of bounds at the Bears 48.
Man, I tell you, he stayed in to gain a couple of extra yards, and he took a heck of a lick doing that. Brooks came up and made the hit on him late here. I mean, and they were still in the field of play when the hit comes. Right about here, I'm thinking right now he's going out of bounds. No, I'll go get 2 more yards. Ooh, was it worth it?
It is a first down at the Bears 48. That looks like a lateral. It's out to the left and does not go anywhere. Marquez Taylor out of the backfield.
That was Dylan Dixon, came up from the nickel spot. No, excuse me, that was not Dixon. The numbers all kind of start running together.
Loss back to their own 48 for 2nd and 14. Locklear complete at the 43, back on the Missouri State side, and the catch by Eric Willis. That's the end of the first here in Springfield, and a 10-0 lead for the Missouri State Bears here on ESPN+. Missouri State football team, including head coach Jess Branch on the far right there. That was the last team Missouri State put in the FCS playoffs until Bobby Petrino became the head coach here and took the Bears in the 2021 spring season and then again in the fall season to the FCS playoffs. UTEP with the first play of the 2nd quarter and a pass complete out to Eric Willis.
He's got good yardage there, got down right where he needed to be to move the sticks, and a good throw by Locklear.
That 1990 team here at Missouri State, quarterbacked by DeAndre Smith. Swing it out to the right, and a catch at the 30 and down to the 25, and that'll move the chains for UTEP, and the Miners are quickly right back to the line.
Well, and Locklear's going back to that sidearm quick release stuff just to get the ball, advancing it down the field, doing a good job here.
Schutz with another catch from the 25. Here comes the rush, and he throws it away.
There was a hold coming through the line. I saw a maroon jersey got pulled all the way back, and the official didn't see it. As Watch the pursuit here. Watch coming through the line and watch right there. See that? That's called, that's a little tug on the maroon right there. He threw it away just to protect the play, though.
Second down for the Miners. And a little hook and lateral, but a slip, and that's going to lose a yard. Ending up with the ball is Taylor.
This is a brand new turf this year on this facility, and we've seen visiting teams come in and have a little trouble negotiating the cut. This was going to be a great little play here until right there. He put that right foot down and it just didn't work for him.
So 3rd and 11.
Basically got to get to the 15.
And we'll get a Missouri State timeout. With this break, let's check in with Sierra Clark.
Yeah, you will see a millennial matchup today between the two head coaches, with Ryan Beard, the head coach at Missouri State, and Scotty Walden at UTEP. Beard is 36 and Walden is 35, and they have really adapted to this modern era of college football, like going aggressive on 4th down and just those modern schemes, guys.
And let's update that even. Scotty turns 36 today. 10-0 Missouri State. Don West with Tom Mast and Sierra Clark here in Springfield, Missouri. 10-0 Missouri State with the lead, and it is 3rd and 11 for the Miners at the Bears 26.
Trips now quads to the right.
Empty backfield for Locklear. Looking that way. Rushes on, and down he goes.
Well, you credit the secondary. They had everybody covered, and he was looking for the 2nd and 3rd options, and it just never opened up for him. And when he stepped up in the pocket, he just had nowhere to go. And you'll see it from behind the play here. He's looking left, looking right, then left, steps up. They delay him just a little bit, and then they pursue and get him down.
So 4th down, Tanner Cragen is the field goal kicker. Their extra point kicker is Carlos Ariola, but Cragen's going to try the field goal from 30, or he's 3 of 4 this year, and this will be from, what, 47 yards. The wind will not help it. On the way, got enough, and no good, wide to the right.
Yep, just a little bit. And Don, I really think your observation about the wind, though, he got it lifted really well, and then it just kept slowing as it got towards the uprights.
Kind of a west wind, which would be a crosswind from down on the field. And he missed to the right. And also during that last break, former Missouri State Bear lineman Eric Johnson, now an Indianapolis Colt. They're on their bye week this week, but what a year for the Colts.
Oh, the Colts are just tearing it up, and what a great opportunity to come home for homecoming on your bye week. Good to see Eric Johnson back today.
Missouri State from the 30 now to take over with a 10-0 lead. Clark with a give, Shamari Lawrence. It's 4 out to the 34.
Well, the Bears now start working with the wind to their back for the first time. Miners, I think this is a really critical series right here. Miners down 2 scores right now. Can't let the Bears go down and tack up more points without making it a little tougher. So this is a critical series here early in the 2nd period.
2nd and 6. Clark seems to have recovered from the early jolts that he took. He'll spin, he'll look, got a man, caught, first down at the 40, and Lawrence is down, and he'll move the chains.
Well, even the home team slips on the turf occasionally, and Lawrence lost his footing on the cutback right there. But it was a nice kind of bailout toss there by Clark. Right here, looks, and knows he's got his man left, and watch as he makes the step to the left right there. Yep. Tackled by the turf.
We're hearing defensive lineman Ryan Williams is in the tent now for Missouri State to be looked at. Bears with a first down at the 42, and Clark goes down. Somehow hung on to the ball.
Well, there's the pressure into that pocket we talked about. That's what the Miners are going to have to do a lot of. And Bowser was able to get in and get that last little reach at the end here. Clark spins, tries to spin out of trouble here, but he's holding on and kind of uses a little leverage and pulls him back over.
Shaquan Bowser, they call him the trench warrior. Give him a single-digit number that's assigned to the most deserving defensive lineman. This one to the 40-yard line, but that's it. Does pick up 5.
Now Blackstrain got it back, and he even slipped just a little bit. So another big third down here, 3rd and 12, which is where we say that the Miners always shine. We'll see what they do here.
Missouri State 1 of 3 on 3rd down now. You need to get it to the UTEP 48. Clark steps up. Wide open spaces to midfield. He takes a hit at the end of it, and there's a flag.
Well, now he didn't slide. He was spinning.
They put it on the 50. I'm wondering if this is some kind of late hit.
Well, if it's a late hit, it was awfully kind of quick, because I mean he was still in they're going to go have a little private conversation here.
A late hit on the play. 1st down.
Now he says no foul. I didn't think so.
No foul.
He was headed to the ground when the contact was made. Now here's your roll of the dice.
Well, he said 1st down, but it's not.
It's not.
It's 4th down, 4th and 2.
Yeah. Do the Bears decide to, with a 10-point lead, do you gamble? Watch here. He's running, spins. No, there's no late hit.
Nothing there.
No, there's nothing there. No.
So 4th and 2.
You might try to induce an offsides here, or you might, you got a 10-point lead. You've been moving the ball well. You might see if you can create something. If they pick up a 1st down, could shift everything on this drive.
And a UTEP timeout to talk about this.
Yeah.
Timeout, UTEP. They're first.
10-0 Bears. Missouri State with 4th down when we come back. 10-0 Bears. 2nd quarter action in Springfield. Micah Davey there, 48. We talked all about him at the start today. Been very quiet so far.
Well, just one tackle. They have found a way to neutralize him, at least run away from him or get really worked on him. And so expected Davey, and the game's still got a long way to go. He still has every chance to be a contributing factor, but he hasn't to this point been the big name we thought he would be, and Coach Walden's trying to get him off the field.
Well-known name, Dad, is Rohan Davey, who was a quarterback at LSU and a backup to Tom Brady.
Backed up Tom Brady, and you know what he got for it? 2 Super Bowl rings. That's not bad. You got to be a proud dad and a proud son when the family relationship is like that.
So 4th and 2.
Big go-for-it opportunity right here. Don't think the Bears have tush push in their repertoire.
Clark down under center for it. He'll step out, hit his man, and it's caught by Robinson for the 1st down.
I almost thought the left side moved. I thought I saw a little quick flinch there. Just maybe my eyes are so old and bad, but I almost thought the Bears might have gotten called for something. Watch the left side. See that? Boy, I really thought that Hutchinson might have moved just a hair quick, but he didn't. And they get the 1st down, and the drive continues.
Gain of 7 to the UTEP 45. Give to Lawrence. And about 2 to the 43. Shamari Lawrence, 45 yards on 6 carries. Having a good first half.
I'll tell you what, if this drive produces points, that 4th down and 2, that gamble at midfield will go a long way potentially in determining the outcome of this ball game, because Ryan Beard opted to go for it rather than to punt it away.
Second down play for the Bears at the Miner 43. Clark, open man at the 20, and the catch is made for a first down for the Bears by Ronell Johnson.
Tell you what, Ronell Johnson, I'll tell you, they're just, you never hear about him, and all of a sudden he finds himself open and makes maybe one of the bigger plays of the ball game right now, getting himself open for great yardage down the field.
One of those Bears with over 300 receiving yards, 25 for 344 coming in. From the 18, the Bears back in the red zone, and Lawrence is stuffed for a loss.
Yep, great pursuit, great pressure up front by the left side, and Davey was in the middle of that, helping sustain and hold the line up while help came. And it'll be a loss of about a foot.
Shamari Lawrence, 66 rushing yards per game, good for 5th in Conference USA. This will be second down. Clark, here they come, and he has to let it go.
Well, and I think, was that Johnson? It looked like he was blocking rather than looking back for the ball, thinking that the play had gone the other direction.
Jaden Wilson was coming after him hard. 10 coming from the right.
Clark was in trouble. See there, Johnson is pretty much trying to block downfield rather than become a receiver. Need to get inside the 9.
Yeah, 3rd and 11. And the rush on, inside cut to the 15 and to the 9, and oh boy, that'll be close.
That will be really close. I thought he had it, and then when he went down, he landed squarely on the 9. It'll depend on the spot right here.
Robinson with his 4th catch came into today 13th place all time in Missouri State history with 110 career receptions, needing just 10 to move up all the way to 7th place.
I guess he's saying 4th and inches. Is that what it is? Now again, the spot, and they've spotted it just barely across the 10. I thought he was deeper than that. Maybe not. And again, here's another 4th down roll of the dice.
Now from the 9.5, he needs almost a full yard. They're not gonna
bring in the.
No, Clark is still out there. That wasn't Obeid.
Short yardage offensive line comes in for this. We'll see what they try to do on 4th, and it's about 1.5 yards, to be honest. It's not a full 2.
Quickly to the line.
See what you can get done.
Give to Lawrence. No, play fake into the end zone, and a touchdown.
You know who that is. Jaron Askren, the freshman, who somehow occasionally through the season has found a way to be the go-to guy for touchdown catches. Everybody bought the fake, even the secondary, and Askren was there to haul it in.
Now Obeid for the extra point. And that is up and good and over the scoreboard and out onto Grand Street. Look out, traffic. 17-0 Missouri State. 6:29 to go here in the second in Springfield. Jaron Askren with his 3rd touchdown catch of the year. He had the game-winning score in Missouri State's 4th quarter comeback at Marshall, which became their first win as an FBS program, their 2nd game of the year, and just their 2nd win ever over an FBS team. Their only other one before this year was in 1990 by that team you saw on the field earlier at UNLV.
Well, Askren only has 11 catches on the year, and 3 times he's been in the end zone, so he's a high percentage scoring guy.
This will come out to the 25 for UTEP. So the Miners, Tom, kind of up against it here now. They need points before halftime.
Well, and look, I would think, and I'm not obviously not an offensive kind of coach, but Locklear has been so close on those deep throws that you're probably going to see them continue to try to do a little bit of that, because they need a quick strike situation here. I mean, they need to grind it out here before halftime, no question, and find points. But that deep ball, the only problem now is Locklear will be throwing into the wind instead of with the wind, so that might alter his thinking a little.
Wandamy Davis, no catches yet, too. They want to get him involved. And around to the left on the give, and it's Odom who is short of the 30.
Kind of a sweep there. McGuire Neal came up to seal the deal at the end and make the stop, but a pretty good gain of 5. Watch here on the sweep. Comes around. Look at Zero coming right here to help prevent him from getting a little further downfield.
On second down, Locklear deep. There's a flag down.
Yeah.
Looking that time for Josh Schutz. We'll check the penalty. Let's go down to Sierra Clark.
Yeah, Missouri State defensive lineman Ryan Williams a few minutes ago was struggling to get to the injury tent, and I was told that he is being evaluated for a lower leg injury. They'll look more into it at halftime, but he is questionable for his return.
Christian Ford on the hold here, and that was pretty easy to see, because when Locklear released that, he was a good 10 to 15 yards beyond the receiver, and good quarterback's not going to miss that far without something getting in the way.
They'll march it out to the 40 for the Miners. And Locklear will throw out to his right, and that'll be a Missouri State flag.
Everybody saw it and everybody threw a flag. It was the most uncatchable ball you can imagine, but the defender, Jordan Dunbar, basically pushed the receiver to Odom to the ground. He was on his back, and so back-to-back penalties are going to keep things moving for the Miners here. Yeah, everybody saw that one.
Defense number 12. The ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
So to midfield. 2 timeouts left for each side with 5:45 to go before the half.
Yeah, it was not going to be caught, but Dunbar made contact and made sure he wasn't even close to getting in catchable situation, and the penalty will put it right in the middle of the field.
Locklear catch at the 50 and only a yard or so after the reception.
Well, I said a while ago that defensively that last series was important for the Miners to try to not give points. Well, they did. That's why this series offensively becomes even more critical. This may be their last chance of the half to try to march down the field and get on the board. So they've got to keep this drive moving.
Torek Goins with his 12th catch of the season, 1 touchdown reception. Now straight up the middle. And this is Ashton Emery. And he'll take it all the way down to the 32 and move the chains.
Best offensive play of the day so far for the Miners, and it came right up a wide open hole. Missed tackle, had to touch him down from behind, and they were inside the 35.
It's pretty much been Emery all the way in the backfield in the first half for UTEP. We haven't heard from Hashawn Wilson yet. And back to him. Well, as far as the 28.
That's where you say, well, it worked once. Let's see if it'll work twice.
He got 4 that time.
Yeah. And Locklear's been kind of hit and miss on his receivers so far. So if they can establish a little solid ground game, that may open up the pass game just a little bit more for him.
Right back to the line. And to Emery. Inside the 20, 1st and 10 for the Miners at the Bears 17.
Well, 3 carries and about 30 yards. I would say it's working right now.
UTEP ready to get right back at it. Here goes Locklear, 15, got a block to the 10. It'll be about 3 yards short of first down. They mark him at the 11, so second and what, 4?
Well, let me take away what I said a while ago about Locklear maybe needing to take some deep throws to get him back in it. They have found an alternative to that. The ground game has really established itself here in the last 3 or 4 snaps.
Locklear off of that fake handoff again, but he has nowhere to go this time.
So 3rd and about 4. Big play here for Missouri State. Try to keep them off the scoreboard.
At least out of the end zone.
At least out of the end zone. They might opt for 3 if they need it, but you know, you're down 17. This could be where if you get close, you would go for it.
Receivers loaded to the left. And now Emery comes across. Open man caught at the 5, nearly to the pylon, but out of bounds short of it. And that's Eric Willis.
Now Willis was right. He was aiming at the pylon, and the angle was just not good enough to get in. They tap him out of bounds here at about the 2. In a hurry-up mode right now for the Miners.
Right at the front door. And a flag is down. Not quite in. Ashton Emery stopped short.
This could, receiver on the far side over there.
A big call here.
Yeah. I would think it looks like it's against Missouri State.
Offside.
Yeah.
Deep number 9. It is on at the snap. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Still first down.
So it makes
half the distance.
Half the distance is not much, but you get the down all over again. So you got 4 cracks at it here. And you
from inside the 1.
Yeah, you would have to think if they somehow got to a 4th down, they'd go for it.
They're lining up their version of the tush push here.
Yeah, yeah. This is the big guy, Tyler Scott, 92. See what he does.
Flag down.
I bet it's offside again. Maybe not. Let's see. Missouri State would hope that it's a procedure call.
Tyler
Offside.
Scott.
It's number 90 in the neutral zone at the snap. Penalties half the distance. Remains first
Half
down.
of that half now.
They're now using a protractor to measure how far you got.
Nobody knows what that is, Tom.
Yeah, they're inching their way into the end zone here.
So yeah, Tyler Scott, 92. They bring him in as a fullback in this. Maybe he's, you know, their refrigerator Perry or something here.
Don, there's 3,000 pounds of football players out there on that offensive side.
Here they go. No idea who has the ball.
Well,
right to the goal line. Could it be Scott? No signal, not in.
And we're going to hit the 2-minute timeout in the middle of all this.
Clock kept on running down to 1:53.
That's the 2-minute timeout. Please reset the game.
So we'll reset to 2 and see how many more of these UTEP takes to get it in, or if they get it in. 17-0 Missouri State. UTEP inches away from the goal line. Tyler Scott, the fullback, doing the pushing from behind, and Bird Lloyd there for Missouri State trying to jump on top of the pile and see if he can stop the momentum. They're going to do this again. There have been 2 Missouri State offsides penalties. that have taken it to about 8 or 10 inches away now. Here they go.
I'll tell you what, nobody's called it, so they obviously don't see it in.
You may not see it at all. And again, not in.
And Ryan Beard just did a 9.500 trying to get a timeout. He's trying to preserve time in case.
Timeout. Missouri State, that's their second. Please reset the game clock to 1:51.
He'll get 5 seconds back here.
Watch again.
Boy, just
oh, look. Yeah.
keeping track of where the ball is, and then you pull.
Well,
if you're the defensive guy, you pull the feet of the pushers.
But you know what I'm going to tell you, I notice here, unlike what we see, and you have to use the Philadelphia Eagles as the example, I don't see the offense jumping. You know, I think half the time you see the offense jumping at the NFL level. The Miners did a really good job. Offense only moves on the snap, so compliment them on that. But they just can't seem to get that last little bit.
What they need here is Marcus Allen.
Somebody, yeah.
to go over the top.
Somebody to just jump over the top a little bit. And Ryan Beard called the timeout because I think he feels like it's probably, you know, ultimately they're going to get it in, and he wants time on the game clock after they score.
Well, it's 3rd down from here.
Previous play is under review.
Oh, they're now going to review it.
Oh.
Okay. All right.
Don't you love this era of football?
But you know what? The angle we saw, that's what the review will be for them. I don't see what they could see that you didn't see. I'm not sure what they're going to look to.
The ball's got to just disappear in there.
Yeah, I don't see when you've got 11 bodies that tightly crunched around the ball. I don't know how the guys can see how the officials can see anything more than what they see.
And if you are an official, you have to see it clear the plane of the goal line.
Yeah, see right here, no jump. I like that. Have no idea where the ball's at. There's no idea of knowing where the ball is.
Now watch the pull.
And there's the pull. Yeah.
Kanye Young pulling there. And the quarterback, number 9, Locklear. The ball's in there
somewhere.
Yeah, boy, right across the goal line.
Now, it would be hard, and the guys next door, and I'm going to talk to them at halftime if we get a break. I don't know how they even see it up here on the review, and you see nothing from here. It's impossible for that end zone shot to tell anything, and that's what's making it so tough. And to be honest with you, I'm going to step out of the line. I'm one of those that says I hate this play, and I hate it for the officials. That's why they're trying to conduct as organized a call as they can.
After review, the quarterback stuck the ball over the goal line. That is a touchdown.
Well, there you go. They saw something that we couldn't see. So there's a touchdown from the 8-inch line, and the Miners get on the board.
So Locklear gets the touchdown, and the Miners on the board, and now they're lined up to go for 2.
Yep, might as well.
Now they're going to shift.
They fooled us.
And this will be Carlos Arreola for the extra point. He's 18 of 19 on his PATs. And he puts it through. So the Miners get 7. 1:51 to go before halftime, and the Bears with a 10-point lead.
Well, I don't doubt that they made the correct call. It's just really difficult to see how they see that. Even the replay guys next door to us, everything. But you know, they saw enough from that angle. And again, tip your cap to the crew, our crew working today. If they don't give you that angle, they don't really have much to go on. But they saw enough to justify reversing the call and giving them the touchdown. But that's why I hate it for the officials, because they come off looking bad if they miss it. They come off looking bad if they call it right. I mean, that tush push is, or as I call it, it's rugby.
Well, in the NFL, taking criticism for the false starts that have been happening, the early fires for the Eagles.
Well, you know, my biggest concern, there's 22 guys out there. The injury, something's going to happen one of these days, a knee, an ankle, an arm. Because when you've got that much physicality taking place in that tight of an area, something's going to happen. And what we really don't know is what's happening at the bottom of the pile. there's a lot of stuff going on. I'm just not in favor of it. Don't like it. I mean, I like the quarterback sneak. Nothing wrong with it. Just don't like the push.
The ball could change hands 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
in there.
Heck, you could pick somebody's pocket while you're down there. Now, this is why Ryan Beard called those timeouts. And he got a timeout back because of the review.
Brought back from the goal line. 25.
Oh.
And that was a near break for Ronell Johnson.
Johnson was a step away. He had probably 15 yards in front of him. And somebody did a nice job for the Miners of slowing it down. Like I say, the Bears had used the second timeout, but the review gave them the timeout back.
92 for Missouri is now number 19.
So if that's the okay, apparently Brooks has gone back to 19
back to 19, yeah.
or 92. Clark in trouble, and he breaks free to the 30 and out of bounds.
Well, he went from a 5 or 6 yard loss. He's going to gain about 3, and he's not. There was no breakaway speed in his run there. He stumbles out of the tackle here, catches himself, and now he's moving. And he has had enough good licks today. He said, you know what, I'll go out of bounds and not get hit this time.
Retreated just a bit there to the 29 for a 3-yard pickup. Now some time. He goes across the middle, caught at the 35. That is right at the first down stick. They needed the 36, and they have it.
Stops the clock. If you're Missouri State, you're trying to orchestrate a smart drive here. You don't want to give the ball back. You want to use all the time that's left, not give the Miners an opportunity.
Caught at the 41, and that is Tristan Gardner, the freshman.
And Don, this is what Scotty Weldon was concerned about, and that's Jacob Clark's ability to orchestrate drives. He said in our meeting yesterday, he said Clark is very proficient at moving the team. He said we have to be completely aware of everything he's doing out there, and he did compliment Clark by saying he doesn't mind standing in the pocket and taking a hit.
2nd and a yard. Across the middle to Robinson, into the open field. And the defense catches up with him. He'll drag him down to the 10-yard line. Missouri State in business.
Well, they'll hurry up. No need to burn a timeout. Some of the players trying to catch up to the play. But, man, over the top. And Jacob Clark now just kind of clicking. And, man, Robinson made some stuff happen after the catch.
Ramon Green gets stuck at the line of scrimmage right around the 10.
And there's
Missouri State timeout.
Yeah.
So Jamari Robinson now with 5 catches for 77 yards, and that has moved him just today from 15th to 11th place on Missouri State's career receiving yards list.
Well, he's one of those guys that makes himself available to his quarterback. Robinson found a way to get across the middle there, got open, and then the yards after catch were really huge for him. And now with 58 seconds to go and ball resting outside the 10, Missouri State has several options, one of which would be a field goal there, and obviously well within field goal range should they have to work it down to that.
Some of those names he's passed today in Missouri State football history in receiving yardage: Anthony Piggies from the early 90s, Stephen Rush from the early 2000s, Mark Marcos from that same era, and Demarie Vick. Games around the conference.
We're kind of the early game today. Middle Tennessee and Western Kentucky, and then the fun ones are. The fun one tonight is at 7 o'clock. Jack State, Kennesaw.
2nd and goal for Clark. He goes, and incomplete with a flag.
Yep. Looked back, and the defender looked like the defender kind of got draped around him there as they were both looking back.
The defender is Justin Content.
Yeah, Content got him there, and That'll move the ball down. It only used 5 seconds. They've got more than enough time.
Defense number 18. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Watch right here. Oh, he was tugging. Yeah, I couldn't see what it was, but it looked like he was pulling on the jersey there a little bit. And this opens up a lot of options now for Jacob Clark. The ball's at the 2. Put it in the hands of somebody on the ground. There's still enough time to reset, come back, save your timeout if you don't get there.
Clark floats this one up, and it is incomplete.
Great defensive effort there.
Makai Cope again the target.
Yeah, really good breakup there. I think that was blocker. Watch at the very last second here. Comes up, gets that hand in there.
2 early catches in the game for Cope, a 21 and a 19.
I would think with the 1 timeout left, 48 seconds to go, you throw it again here. Maybe not, but you could reset without burning your timeout.
Lawrence is in the backfield. Fake to him, a look right, and a waltz into the end zone for the Missouri State touchdown.
Guess who? Touchdown freshman.
Askren.
Again.
His second catch here in the second quarter.
12 catches on the season. Oh, we got a flag. Let's go back.
Not going to call this just yet.
Not yet. Well, Miners are happy. Looks like it's going to go against the Bears. Maybe not.
Obeid is coming out.
There's no foul.
Okay.
Offensive pass interference. Result of the play.
I think they were looking for a pick maybe there.
So Askren's catch from 2 yards is good. Obeid for the PAT. And still 43 seconds left. It is good.
Well, the great drive by the Miners to get down the field and the tush push to get them on the board was a big momentum lift for them. But now they give it right back because in less than 2 minutes time on the clock, they allowed the Bears to come down and score it, not at will, but of course the big backbreaker was the one over the middle to Robinson. But yeah, they answered. They got their
receiving team number 48. That's his first penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
We got an unsportsmanlike. I don't know who they said it was against.
Micah Davey.
Was it Micah Davey? Okay.
So
yeah,
he'll have to be on his best behavior now.
Well, what that tells you is the Bears will kick it out of the end zone. There won't be a return on this. Well, as I started to finish my thought there, so they had their 17-point lead trimmed down to just 10, and that quickly they get the 7 back. So it's a momentum swing, goes one way, then all of a sudden it goes back the other. And the worst thing for the Miners is, guess who gets the ball to start the second half?
Yeah, Missouri State won the opening toss and deferred.
Great teaching moment it looks like there for Scotty Walden. Have a long discussion with his youngster and talk about what happened there. Doesn't look like there's any yelling or anything. It's all you love teaching moments. That's what the game's all about. I'm sorry. Oh, look at that. You love that. You know, I guarantee he said, I still love you. I love you, man. I love seeing that. Our interview with him and our visit yesterday was just great. I have nothing but respect for Coach Walden. Great guy.
Turning 36 today. So the kickoff will be from midfield. Missouri State actually attempted a field goal from this exact spot in the home opener against Western Kentucky from 60 yards. It was no good, but yeah, it kind of opened some eyes.
Oh, maybe they want to return. Nope, guess not.
At least we're going to give them the opportunity in the short field. It'll come to the 20.
Couple of timeouts for the Miners here. We'll see what Locklear and company decide to do as they huddle up. I was starting to say, Don, we may not get the king and queen crowned here before dark. The way this thing was slowing down and bogging down.
Yeah, it'll be about darkness here in Springfield around 5:20 or so by the time this is over.
Yep. Well, an impressive first half for Jacob Clark. 18 of 23, 218 yards, a couple of touchdown tosses, and a 186 quarterback rating.
The Miners have 43 seconds and 2 timeouts.
And a strong arm from Locklear.
He'll go. Catch at the 32 and a big hit at the end of that.
Pass complete to number
23. Catch made by Wandamy Davis, and there is his first of the day.
Anderson came up and put a lick on him. It was right on the edge of the out of bounds there, but no flag.
And trouble. Down goes Locklear.
Sacked by number 7.
Not calling timeout.
Back to the 26 for 2nd and 9 and the clock running, and the Miners may have seen enough here.
Coach Walden may say, you know what? We don't have to snap it.
Yeah, they don't.
And there's no, you can tell right now that's not going to happen. Unless he just does a timeout with a second to go. Nope. That
will do it for the first half in Springfield, Missouri, and the Bears celebrating homecoming with a 24-7 halftime. 24-7 Missouri State. Teams take the field for the second half here in Springfield. And look at Scotty Walden go.
I started to say, Don, you know what you get out of 36 and 35-year-old head coaches? Lots of chest bumps.
Energy.
You don't see, you know, Nick Saban was never chest bumping like these guys do. 2 great coaches, 2 young, up-and-coming coaches.
And 2 of the 5 youngest in FBS football here today, Scotty Walden and Ryan Beard.
Well, like I say, he was a delight to visit with yesterday. So glad. And you know, the unfortunate thing is this will be our only time to cross paths as the Miners are going to leave. So, you know, we'll see where she goes.
They're on their way to the Mountain West next year. Louisiana Tech will leave Conference USA and join the Sun Belt. This will come out to the 25. Missouri State volleyball was a winner today at Middle Tennessee. After they were swept there yesterday, they did the sweeping themselves today, and they have punched their ticket to the Conference USA tournament as the number 8 seed.
Well, I keep talking about important drives and everything. Well, big important drive here. Missouri State with a sizable lead, and they get the ball first. Miners really going to have to stiffen that defense up. Defense is what's carried them and kept them close in ball games. They'll need it here in the second half.
From the 25, Clark. They give to Lawrence, and he'll push it out to the 30 for 5 yards on the first play of the second half.
Don't know what offensive coordinator Nick Petrino's logic will be here in the second half, but if that's an indicator, they may try to stretch the game out here a little bit. Get back down to the ground game, maybe avoid having Clark take so many pops in the backfield.
Second and call it a long 4. Clark swings it out to Lawrence, and he stopped for a loss back on the other side of the 30.
Yep, loses a couple.
So a 3rd down coming up here for the Bears.
Yeah, the pocket was beginning to evaporate on Clark there, and he just kind of had to toss it out there, and Lawrence couldn't really get any momentum going.
Missouri State only 1 of 5 on 3rd down, true to form for the UTEP defense, but the Bears are 3 of 3 on 4th down. So here's a 3rd down opportunity.
Not going to happen.
No, they get the ball here to Tristan Gardner, but for nothing, and the Bears should have to bring out the punting unit. Now here it comes with a player slow in getting up, but maybe they were just piled on. All is well.
Content came up, and he's hobbling a little bit, but he made that play happen as he shot in and corralled the receiver there, and quick 3 and out. So the advantage of deferring doesn't pay off for Missouri State, and the Miners now will have the opportunity to go to work quicker than anticipated.
Stuart McDonald, a 43-yard average and a long of 71 this year. This one fielded at the 24, and big return on for the Miners back into Bears territory across the 40.
Exactly what they needed. They needed something to explosively open this thing up. missed tackles and a great return and a net of about 6 or 7 yards on the exchange.
After a 46-yard punt, great field position for the Miners. 2 minutes in here in the third quarter. Always a great day in the Bud Light Beer Garden here at Plaster Stadium. Missouri State up 24-7, but UTEP kind of turning it a little bit here with that big return.
Well, they needed something quick to happen. What they didn't need was a long, sustained, clock-chewing drive by Missouri State. They got a great 3 and out, got a tremendous kickoff, or a punt return, and they're back in business. And if they can find their way onto the board quickly, that could flip things real fast.
Nick Henry had the return, 41 yards. And the Miners from the Bears 36. Pretty critical they take advantage of this situation right here. They'll put it on the ground and across the 35. I want to say Marquez Taylor. Yeah.
Well, and with so much time to go in the ballgame, there's no sense of urgency just yet. I mean, they can be proficient about how they want to go about putting a drive together. They don't have to start throwing it down the field. And if it takes 2 or 3 or 4 minutes to score, that's fine. And here comes that quad split to the near side.
They'll go that way. Some blockers there, but it doesn't really pay a huge dividend. They get it to the 29, about a 4-yard gain.
Well, both times that I've seen them set that up, the 3 take off, the 1 takes a step back, gets it, and so it becomes a 3 blocker situation for those receivers out there. That time they just couldn't open up the biggest hole they wanted.
Eric Willis there on that catch, and 3rd down, 3rd and 4. And a tipped pass, and that's incomplete. So it's 4th down.
Well, and at this juncture, you're down 17, a whole lot of football left. Still think he probably got to go for it. Watch here as this comes across the top and someone gets a hand up. Yep, right there.
Yeah, better than a 48-yard field goal try from here.
Yeah, they need big points when they can get it. Need to get inside the 26.
On 4th down. Locklear gives, and there is a 1st down for UTEP to Emery. To the 24.
Even before they corralled him, I thought he had the yardage he needed. Right here, he's got it. And he just kind of shakes loose and picks up a couple of bonus yards out of it. Quickly back.
UTEP now 1 of 2 on 4th down. This one will go down inside the 10. As that goes to Eric Willis.
And it's up tempo and as fast as they can go here. Don't let Missouri State reset or switch defenders.
1st and goal at the 9. And trouble for Locklear. Down he goes. DJ Westlock.
Westlock was right there and rode him down.
Shaken up a little bit in last week's game. But good to go today. Makes the stop here. A loss back to the 10. Now it's Locklear. Can't get the corner turned, and he's slung down around the 8.
Thought for a moment there he might be able to get around that corner out there. They stepped up and sealed him up. And Dunbar came up and made the stop. And now creates a 3rd down and calling it 8.
Miners down 17, so if they had to kick a field goal, they would, but they don't want to here.
Not when you're this close.
Kind of sidearmed into traffic and incomplete.
What does Scotty Walden do here? He looked back at his bench and he's sending out kickers. Get points when you can. I mean, like I said, there's so much time to go in this ball game that you don't want to come up empty on this one, especially after a 3-and-out stop and a good return. You want points any way you can get them.
Tanner Cragen, the field goal kicker. Missed in the first half on the other end. This one is from 26. And it is good. So the Miners get 3 to make it 24-10 Missouri State. Will send us to a timeout. A 2-touchdown lead for Missouri State in the third quarter in Springfield. Bears set to get the ball back.
Probably won't get a return. A lot of the breeze is still pretty significant going from left to right.
Way back and out to the 25. Let's check with Sierra Clark.
The UTEP defense ranks #2 in the country when it comes to third down conversions. Their head coach, Scotty Walden, preaches to his team to play physical, fast, and fearless football. And that whole team has adopted that mantra, including the assistant coaches. They'll even get on the field and do drills with the team, guys.
And the Bears are 1 of 6 now on third down, but they're 3 of 3 on fourth down. They start this drive from the 25.
Probably important for Missouri State to figure out a way to reload here. Came out of the half a little flat.
Lawrence around the corner. 40. A flag goes flying in, and it's caught by a UTEP player.
I think that's going to be a face mask or a hold. No, maybe a hold. That was nicely done. There may be a hold in here somewhere that'll be out of camera frame. I'm not sure. But the flag went flying in. Bears are walking backwards.
Udoka Izani made the catch of that flag thrown by the field judge.
Sometimes you catch them out of just protected yourself. And it will go against Missouri State.
Holding, offense number 51. 10-yard penalty, remains first down.
Back to the 20 after the step off. Actually the 19.
So that winds up being about a 25-yard penalty because he had got it out across the 40-yard line.
So it's 1st and 16. Clark ready to fire. Can't find anyone, and down he goes.
Well, the Miners have come out to play in the second half. A good 3-and-out to start the half. Now they've bottled the Bears up, put them in a big hole for third down, and designs on trying to get the ball back.
Wins only over UT Martin and Sam Houston State. Missouri State played UT Martin 2 weeks after the Miners did. Both of them beat the Skyhawks by a similar score, 42-17 and 42-10. Here's Clark. 2nd and long, and that's incomplete. So from the 13 and a half or so yard line, the Bears will have 3rd and a lot. About 18.
Just out of sync. Miners doing a nice job of pressuring. Clark had a little more time to deliver that time, but just could not hit the man on the out route.
Bears need the 35 to move the chains on 3rd down.
Might be content to dig yourself out of the hole and give yourself a little more punting range.
So even more than I thought here. 3rd and 21. Clark steps up, completes to Ramon Green. Taken down as he clears the 20-yard line, but well short.
Another good stop by the Miners, doing what they need to do to get back in the ball game.
Chance to get their hands back on the ball here now.
And this is kind of what Coach Walden had told us in these close, near-miss ball games they've had all season long. The only reason they felt like, as the offense sputtered and tried to find its way, the only reason they felt like they were in them was because of the way their defense was playing. And they've shown it here in these first 2 possessions of the second half. They've stepped it up.
McDonald with the punt. Oh, receiver fell down, but the ball backs up. That couldn't have worked out better for UTEP.
He got 10 yards by falling down.
Nick Henry lost his footing on the turf, and then the ball shot back the other way for the Miners.
Look at this. He couldn't have returned it that far. And just like that, they flipped the field, and back come the Miners again.
Return yards for the turf there.
Wow.
Back to the 46-yard line.
Well, we've been bragging about what the Miners defense have been able to do. Missouri State needs to call upon their defense now. And Skylar Locklear and company got to feel a big confidence boost here. They've had 2 excellent field starting positions in the second half now. And he hasn't really gone for that deep ball. This might be the time, you know, what the heck. See if my receivers can get behind the secondary one more time.
Looking for 6 out here somewhere, are you? I mean, number 6. Don't see him on the field right now. But 4 receivers are out. 6 is Odom, Kenny Odom.
And now he's got 5 out, and he'll bring 1 more back into the backfield.
3 wide to the left now for the Miners. And a run, designed run here for Locklear, and he'll get 9.5 yards.
Well, he had everybody in the building thinking, I'm throwing it somewhere. And I think from the get-go, he was going to keep it and go all the way. Yep, he was. He even kind of pump faked a little bit there, trying to draw the defenders off.
2nd and less than a yard. He'll go across, and that one is complete. The ball comes out. A flag is down. Missouri State recovers.
It's going to be a defenseless receiver hit by the Bears. And they may have a real serious injury there, the way the sideline sprinted out. Don't know. I can't see who it was, the receiver. But yeah, the hit came. I think the hit came as he was down on the field. And if I'm not mistaken, is that going to be? I couldn't see if that was 6, if that's Odom or not.
I didn't see Odom in on that play, but
we're holding an. It looks like we're holding an arm.
Personal foul, targeting defense number 0. That play is under review.
Oh no, well,
it's Eric Willis.
Well, Willis, the targeting, you'll see on the replay when we show it a few more times. There's a hit, but I don't think the helmet's involved. I think it's the shoulder. We'll know a little bit later. But boy, they came running out like they knew he was really, really hurt. So under the hood, they'll go again and see if they can determine what happens. Watch right here. You have to lead with the crown of the helmet. And boy, I talked to the replay officials during halftime about that earlier targeting. Did he raise the crown up? I don't know.
McGuire Neal is the bear in question here, 0. There's your targeting rule.
And the dangerous hit involving a launch. That's all part of it too, or an upward thrust. They always go back to that. And this is good. I'm glad he's up because he really got popped pretty good there. It even looks like there's a bit of a smile on his face. Answering all the protocol questions there.
Ask him what state he's in. It's UTEP's first trip ever to Missouri.
Exactly. So they will review this to see if indeed there was targeting involved. They'll come out from under the headphones here and let's see what they say.
After review, the rule on the field is upheld.
Ooh.
Number 0 is disqualified.
Wow.
15-yard penalty to be assessed.
And Ryan Beard is not happy.
That's safety McGuire Neal, who is out.
Yeah, that's one of those you just kind of go, did he launch? Did he lower the head? Did he raise the head at the last possible second? Again, Yeah, I think there's a little helmet, and of course the helmet comes off, so that kind of helps seal the deal. So you'll get the penalty, and just like that, the Miners are knocking on the door, and they are back in business.
Just a little inside the 30-yard line, and it looked like good news for the receiver there, Eric Willis. Meanwhile, UTEP has 1st and 10 at the Bears, just inside the 30.
Well, and I think this really opens it up for Locklear. He's kind of got the Bears on their heels right now. You know, some of these routes, some of these throws that he wants to make may be a little more available to him.
And Locklear dodges a man. Now he's got open field to his right. 25 and out at the 20.
Well, and I'll tell you what happened there. It's the old rule they coach you: don't leave your feet. And the Bears jumped trying to maybe block what was the pump fake there. And once they leave their feet, watch right here, up, and you miss him, and then he's off to the races.
I'm seeing Antonio Smith out there at a safety now for Missouri State. The give here to Taylor, or make that one Emery instead.
Well, there's more than 20 minutes of football left in this game. There's a lot of emotional swings that are going to take place, but this is really critical for the Miners here. Down 2 scores. See if they can keep this drive and punch another one in.
2nd and about 8. Pass across the middle, knocked down, incomplete, near the goal line.
Okay, well, his receiver was open. There's no question about that.
It was Jalen Brown.
Yeah, Brown was open, but at the last second, look at this, last second reach.
Here's 3rd and 8.
That was Christian Ford on the deflection there. Don't know if they'd be content for 3 here or not.
From the 18, they need the 10 to move the chains. They're going to get it as Locklear calls his own number again.
Well, he came into this game, and we knew in researching that if he didn't do it with his arm, he was more than capable with his legs, and he's showing you here on this drive that he can do it. They had 3rd and long, and he got what he needed and keeps it moving.
And he's still the UTEP rushing leader, making just his 5th start this season. 1st and goal. And Emery inside the 5.
Well, you kind of feel like right here, it just almost seems inevitable. The Miners are going to find a way to punch this one in. The last time they were this close, they moved by inches and finally scrummed their way across. And right now they're inside the 5 and knocking on the door.
They're on to something here right now.
They really have. They've figured something out. They're opening up holes. They're really doing a good job of blocking and making space available.
Emery keeps it, and he's in for the touchdown.
Is that Locklear?
Or Locklear, yeah, Locklear.
Yeah, he nice belly fake, held it, and I'm gonna tell you what, you got yourself a ball game, and there's one team reeling and the other team that's really clicking right now.
5:06 to go in the 3rd, and that's a lot of time. And they're gonna again shift back now to kick with Carlos Ariola. And this one is good. So 10 straight for UTEP here in the 3rd quarter to make it a 7-point game. 24-17 Missouri State. 5:06 to go in the 3rd here in Springfield. That's a good day to have the shirt off today.
Yeah.
Today here in mid-November. 24-17 Missouri State, and Skylar Locklear with that touchdown run has tied the UTEP single-season rushing touchdown record for a UTEP quarterback with his 7th, tying Bobby McKinley from 51 years ago, 1974. This will come out of the end zone. And short of the 20 on the return. And hold on, gentlemen.
Well, Don,
okay,
there is no question. There is no question who owns the momentum in this ball game right now. The Miners have done an excellent job through the first 2/3 of the third period. They have grabbed control away from Missouri State, and Missouri State regrouping during that timeout, trying to figure out what they need to do. And I'll tell you what, it's almost like the Miner defense can't wait to get back in action.
Missouri State starts from its 17. And a toss to Lawrence out to the 20.
Well, a little positive yardage is something they needed because they did nothing but go backwards. And really, all of this, I think, goes back to the holding call on that big run that Lawrence had in that possession before, where he broke through for about 14, 15 yards, marched them backwards, and they did nothing but go backwards, and the Miners just really pressed them well and got the ball back. So a lot of this hinges on that holding call that kind of deflated that drive.
Lawrence now 10 carries for 58 yards. Most of it in the first half, though. Clark going up top, cross, and it is caught.
Wow.
Tremendous catch by Dash Luke for a first down.
I think there was a little battle for possession of the ball there with Dante Thompson. But it looks like Luke wins the tie ball.
At the 32.
That digs him out of a hole. Still a great defensive effort right there, just not enough to keep the drive from moving.
Clark with time. Now a big rush breaks through, and down he goes.
There you go.
That's Izani.
Nothing worse for an offense that's moving than to go backwards on a sack like that. So a drive in one quick play almost deflated there, as he really broke through, did a great job. 10-yard loss.
Back to the 22 for 2nd and 20. And Clark goes down again.
Well, the Bears are going to have to think of something, because Clark is just not able to stand and set himself. And I tell you what, the Miner defense is doing a tremendous job. Katie Johnson shoots through right there, and just like that, 10 yards, another 8 or 9, and the hole just gets getting worse and worse, and the offense, the line just breaking down, but the defensive line just outstanding.
It is 3rd and 28. And Clark misconnects here.
This ball game absolutely has flipped on a dime. Missouri State offense has sputtered and sputtered, and the Miners came out of the locker room ready to play, and they are on the cusp of finding a way to start this thing all over again.
McDonald will punt basically from his goal line. And it's blocked and into the end zone for a touchdown.
This game, absolutely, you could not have said this thing could have flipped this fast. There's a celebration of white jerseys and maroon jerseys. Cannot believe what's happened. The Miners have really electrified this field in the second half.
Echo Taylor ended up with the ball. I think he got the block as well. And these Miners are on fire in Springfield.
They can't wait to get their defense back on the field. Bears are late getting a defender out there.
And an easy 6 for Taylor. The extra point to tie it. And it is good. 24 all. It's still in the third.
Well, I'll tell you, Don, that during the break, I was following before we went on the air today. The only thing I can bring into perspective on this, I saw earlier today that South Carolina had Texas A&M down 30-3, and the Aggies came back to win 31-30. So comebacks are absolutely possible, and the Miners are showing it today in this one. They were down badly. This is a slowly developing kick. But again, very little contact up front. Nobody blocking anybody. They open the gate for him, and Taylor comes through, and that's the one you dream of when you're rushing through.
And maybe Yesman Green, a cornerback, 16, got the block.
Wow. And if you don't think that Scotty Walden is not excited for what his team has done, they've put expressions like that on the Bear fans.
Well, as you said, Tom, it's time to restart from right here.
Yeah, we'll start all over again. We may have had a day game. We're about to have a night game.
And out to the 25 for the Bears.
So the Bears come out, start again from the 20. Have not been able to generate anything so far in the second half.
The all-new ESPN app has arrived. It's all ESPN, all in one place, with over 47,000 live events, studio shows, and ESPN originals. And brand new features. It's a sports fan's dream. Track your fantasy team while you watch TV. The future of sports has arrived, and it's called ESPN. So download the app.
10 yards of offense for the Bears in this third period.
Clark with a give, and that is bottled up for a loss.
And that was Micah Davey right in the middle of it. Haven't called his name as much as we thought we would, but when it comes crunch time, he showed what he was capable of there as he blew that one up for a half-yard loss. So now second and a little over 10.
And Clark complete at the 28 and out to the 32.
And I
catch made there by Cope again.
And you're about to see the biggest third down of the ball game right here, both ways. Big third down for the Bears to move it. Big third down stop for the Miners to completely continue this flip of the ball game. Third and a little over 3.
So that was the first block punt for a touchdown in 9 years for UTEP. Their last was 2016.
Wow.
3rd and 3. Clark complete to Robinson. First down at the 40. The Bears keep it alive.
That was an absolute must for Missouri State. Had they not converted there, there's no telling how quickly the Miners could have come back.
Jamarie Robinson now in 11th place, moving up from 15th today on Missouri State's career receiving yards list. That's as high as he'll get today. Still at least 2 games left to improve that number. A give to Lawrence. He breaks free from the first wave and gets slung down at the 45.
Took a no gain situation and turns it into +4.
That is going to be the end of the third quarter. We will go to the 4th. This game even at 24, a 17-0 quarter for the Miners to get it even. Missouri State is at it again with these close ones. All 5 of their FBS wins have been decided by a touchdown or less, including overtime at New Mexico State. Here it is 2nd and 6. And Lawrence got to the edge, but was dumped shortly thereafter. To the 47 for 3rd and 4. Tom, another one of your massively big third downs.
Well,
here.
I bet we're going to see a whole bunch of them the rest of the way. It's who will win these third down situations. Bears won the last one. If the Miners win this one, who knows? Look out.
Tie game in the 4th. Clark with some time, got a man.
Oh,
and the catch, and well into UTEP territory.
and Johnson's hurt.
Ronell Johnson.
Cramp. Looks like a cramp. And wait till you see how he caught this. This ball was behind him. They're calling for help to come over to him. This ball was a little behind him, and he reaches back. He's getting some help from the visiting trainers there. Watch this. See that? I mean, it wasn't ahead of him. And then right in here, kind of stretched that right leg out, and I'm sure they're going to have to massage that cramp out. Everybody on the Miners side trying to help out. Yeah. But yeah, what a great catch. And again, so if you want to keep score from where we started, it's now 2-0 Bears in critical third down plays here in the second half. Yeah. Ooh, he's not feeling good at all.
Missouri State now 3 of 10 on third down. Miners are 6 of 11.
I do see that the lights have started working their way on. I would guess here in Missouri, we probably have about 15 to 20 minutes of daylight left, but it won't be long before it'll be really dark. Watch it one more time.
Big stretch on that calf now for Johnson.
Reach from behind. Man, that's really important, really critical at that stage. Everybody working on him here, trying to massage. Well, they're working on the side of the knee. Again, I still think it's a cramp situation. Yeah. And he's going to hop over. Yep.
Gonna do it himself. Don't try to help him.
Yep. He said, "Who's got my helmet?"
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little pressure on it.
Trainers say, "We've got you." So again, that's 2-0 now in these critical third downs. The Bears win it, but with 14 minutes to go, this thing is certainly, that didn't decide anything other than it moved the drive. And I think if you remember, one of the keys we said was extend the drives against this good third down defense.
First down run for Lawrence, angling to the 35 as he gets 4, maybe 5. Put in.
And if you can get 5 yards on first down, that's half the battle you're looking for. So you don't have to get it all in chunks. The Bears know that.
Got nearly 5 there. Back to Lawrence. Pushes down close to the 30, but a couple of yards short. Down at the 31 now for 3rd and 2.
Another one coming up. Miners have been so strong at this all year long, stopping in third downs. They haven't been successful the last couple of times. Here's an opportunity for them to do it again, because probably this is 4-down territory.
Fake to Lawrence. Out it goes, and it's bobbled and caught by Connor Lair to the 10 and out of bounds.
Another one behind the receiver. That's back-to-back behind the receiver catches for Missouri State. And Connor Lair, whose name we hadn't called much at all today. Look at this, behind him again. He bobbles, keeps it in sight, turns it into another third down conversion.
If you're new to Missouri State football, Connor Lair, a survivor of Hodgkin's lymphoma, sidelined 2 years ago, returned last year and scored a touchdown against UT Martin, and he's back and better than ever now. Ball at the 12 for a first down and 10. Lawrence to the right side. And stopped and bottled up and then mashed right there.
Well, he had some space, but then he ran out of space on the sideline. I mean, no place for him to turn and cut, and he had to come up and face the defenders head up, and they were able to corral him down and did a good job defensively there of limiting it. Right here, you see, it's over with right here. There's no place for him to go.
No gain. Ramon Green is in the backfield. Give Lawrence a break here now.
And the way this game has flipped on, neither coach wants to have to kick field goals. They know in a game like this, 7 far outweighs the importance of 3.
Clark with time going and incomplete in the end zone for Robinson.
Good coverage back there. Excellent coverage.
One thing Missouri State has done here, Tom, is they have slowed that momentum that UTEP was carrying through the third quarter.
Tillman on coverage right here. Not so much him as the ball was just a little overthrown, but hey, you know, when you're a D-back and the guy doesn't catch it, you can celebrate. Big third down.
Miners owned the third quarter, coming from 17 behind to get it even. Third down. Clark. This is caught. Gardner. Touchdown.
Tristan Gardner, who just like Askren has the ability to find scoring catches, does it again.
Missouri State back on top. Obeid for the extra point.
Yep. What are we going to do here?
12-yard completion. Now they're making sure that Scotty Walden's not on the field on this play.
I don't think I've ever seen a sideline warning on an extra point before, but that's a first.
Obeid for the PAT. And a 31-24 lead for Missouri State. Got a good one in Springfield. Stay with us. Conference USA football on ESPN+. Missouri State has reclaimed the lead, 31-24. And now the challenge will be on the Bear defense to slow all that momentum that the Miners had in the third quarter.
And Don, I'll tell you why I elaborated about how not settling for 3. Imagine that this was an overtime period. You got a tie game. That's what overtime would be. So each coach knows, you know, if we only get 3 in this particular situation and they come back and get 7, we got to catch up. So that's why getting 7, and it'll be the same for the Miners now. They can't be thinking of 3. They'll have to be thinking of 7.
They'll start from the 25. Jacob Clark now 27 of 35 for 299 and 3 touchdowns today. So he's closing in on the number 2 spot on Missouri State's career passing yards list. His next target is Jeremy Hogue from the mid-1990s, and he's only about 40 yards away from that number now. Cody Kirby, the Bears' all-time leader with over 8,000 yards. So UTEP from the 25.
And again, no urgency yet. A lot of football, a lot of time to march down the field.
Locklear on the run. And a little slip there, but it would have been complete anyway. Incomplete.
That's about as hard as they flushed him out of the pocket all day. They really took him to the sideline, and he basically was just, I think, trying to make connection, but more than happy just to get rid of it without the loss.
Ashton Emery was the target there.
3 receivers out, far, 1 near side.
Can you ask him?
Emery to the 30, 31-yard line. He gets about 6. The Miners will have 3rd and 4.
Now we'll play the third down game the other direction. Who wins this one? Miners need to win this one to keep the drive going. Too early to be in 4-down territory.
UTEP 6 of 11 on 3rd down, 1 of 1 on 4th down. Locklear across and stripped out, incomplete.
Now I'm going to tell you what, I don't see him coming out. I see him lining up. The punt team's forming on the other sideline. Will he kick? Yes, he will. I started to say a 2-7 team, but you know, with 10 minutes to go in a game, probably way too early to consider a gamble that deep in your own end.
So they bring out Noah Botsford. And the Bears with a chance to get the ball back with the lead now.
Real slow.
Kind of a flat kick. Heads out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. 44-yard punt. And the Bears will take over when we come back. 31-24 Missouri State.
Very emotional, so much that they have an interesting tradition where after the Miners make a big play, they get a pickaxe and smash some golden rocks, and it just, everyone on the sidelines just explodes with emotion, guys. This game is on fire.
Kind of carried the Miners through that third quarter. Now they want to keep it.
Well, I'd like to have that biggest nugget.
Bears from the 26 give to Lawrence, and he'll get 10 to the 36.
If you're the Bears right now, 10 minutes to play in the ball game, you've got the 1-score lead. You're looking to grind. Not that you wouldn't take a big one over the top, but if you can do this a few times, this is what you want more than anything else.
Missouri State Lady Bear basketball playing at the T-Mobile Center in Kansas City today against an old Missouri Valley Conference rival, Wichita State. Lady Bears lead 55-50 headed into the fourth quarter. This is caught by Robinson at the 38. Will be good for just a yard or so.
Well, Clark was staying in the pocket to the last possible second. He came within a whisker of yet another sack, but he found a way to unload it and managed to get, well, he actually got about 2 yards on the play, but he was destined for a sack there.
Give him 2. It's still 73 degrees out there, so it's even nicer than it was at kickoff. Now it's cooled off a little. Clark on 2nd and 8 gets away and slides down.
Oh, but you know, he started his slide at the 44, even though he's down near the 47, and the linesman is walking in. It's where you institute the slide, so he's a little shy.
Still got 5 yards.
Right. Well, you know what? He didn't start that till the 45. Well, okay. But they do mark it where you start.
3rd and 3. Out to the right, Lawrence. A flag is down.
Comes from the referee.
He'll have the first down if it holds.
Yeah, that usually means somebody in the backfield.
Maybe a hold.
Holding, 85 offense, 10-yard penalty, 3rd down.
So this goes back to when Lawrence in the third quarter got the big run and the holding call brought it back. Here's another first down that a holding call is going to bring it back. This could turn things for the Miners.
8:10 to go. Neither team has used a timeout yet.
Don't know exactly where the hole. He said 85, so we'll see. But again, now it's a 3rd and about, going to be about 13 maybe, something like that. Clark very slow, very deliberate.
Still got a lot of time if he wants it. He'll go across the middle. Gardner can't hang on.
And again, it was behind him.
Just a little.
Clark's been just a little bit behind his receivers here. He's been bailed out a couple of times, but that time Gardner couldn't do it. And guess what? Here comes the kick.
Stuart McDonald out to punt it away again.
Well, this is all the Miners want, is an opportunity. Their defense did it for them there with help from the penalty, and they may be coming after this. And maybe not.
He angles it to the near sideline. It'll be picked up at the 10 to the 15 and now into the open field, but there's a flag down out to midfield. You got to think this is coming back.
Well, it's way on the far side over there. We'll find out. 2 flags down, yeah. It will benefit the Bears if it's against the Miners. If it's not against the Miners, it'll be nothing but good news for Texas El Paso.
Yeah, so the flags are
far enough apart, maybe
completely on opposite ends of the play, so it's 2 different things. Is it 2 on 1 team, or is it offsetting and punted again?
Long discussion at midfield. And this could be a pretty important call here with 7:47 to go.
There are 2 fouls on the play. During the kick, holding receiving team number 28. That penalty is declined. Prior to the kick, holding number 22, 10-yard penalty from the previous spot, automatic first down.
So 2 holding calls against the Miners.
Oh my.
So that will negate an amazing return, and we'll dig them a little bit deep here. But
it's a first down for the Bears.
Is that right? Okay. On the return, well, because the Bears had first, it was 4th and.
Yeah, there was the holding on the play before the punt.
Yeah.
The defensive holding, and that gives an automatic first down.
Oh, that's right. It was before the punt. That's what it was. And Scotty Walden, now he wants an explanation. So, wow.
And he slams everything down.
And he's not happy. And, well, you got to have a deaf ear if you're on that sideline, because you're getting an ear full. That was that could be the game-changing moment of this one. You had held, forced a punt, got a great return, and the penalty keeps it with Missouri State.
First down from the 44, and Ramon Green gets just a yard to the 45.
Like you said, Don, a full complement of timeouts each direction, the 2-minute timeout still to come. There's a whole lot of stoppage in this one to go, but it's whoever's got the ball right now. It goes without saying, whoever's got the ball, if you can manufacture a drive, if you're Missouri State, you can manufacture a drive and eat up the clock. That's going to be the key component. Miners know they've got to stop on this drive.
Clark across the middle, and that's caught, and it's Askren again. Jaron Askren having a game, 2 touchdown catches and a big one here for a first down.
He's got 3 catches today, and all 3 of them are about as big a catch as you could want. 2 scores and a drive-sustaining catch right there.
To the 29 of the Miners.
And depending on how Missouri State makes play calls here, they should be able to run this clock down and get well under the 6-minute mark on this possession, if not under the 5.
26 yards on the completion. They give to Lawrence. Hit as he crossed the line of scrimmage. He gets to the 26. He picks up 3.
Well, and the one thing UTEP can't do right here, you can't burn any timeouts here. You're going to have to hold them all the way to the end if you can. They get him airborne, get him lifted up here, and then, boy, help is coming. Woo! I'm going to tell you what. Was that Cam Thomas, number 5, coming flying in?
Okay.
He was going to make sure that play ended right there.
They really don't want to give up much more yardage. They don't want to go down 2 scores. Even a field goal would do that. To Lawrence to the 25, but that's just a yard, and it's 3rd down again.
Well, if you got nothing more than back to the line of scrimmage on this one, that would set up somewhere around a 47, 48 yard attempt. Or excuse me, 43 or 44 yard attempt. If you didn't advance it any further here.
Yep. Down to 5:10 to play. Critical third down here for UTEP on defense. Clark into some traffic. There's a flag.
Yeah. Coming over the top. I don't think there was any question about that. Receiver was looking back, and the defender was, I just kind of was all over the top of him.
It's Wilson there.
And
Jaden Wilson.
If that gives the Bears a set of downs, that's really going to eat into the clock. Whether it's a hold or pass interference.
Holding, defense number 18. 10-yard
Automatic.
penalty, automatic first down.
Actually, that's content.
Automatic first down for Missouri State. To the 15, and Scotty Walden about to come apart here now. Under 5 minutes. To Lawrence up the middle to the 5 and down at about the 2.
Not quite the knockout punch, but came awfully close. Best hole I think the offensive line is probably open for the Bears in the second half. Look at that. The defender ran past him and allowed him to get well down inside the 3-yard line.
First and goal at the 2 for the Bears. They're going to take all the time they want here. They've got another 12 seconds on the play clock.
Well, all you want is points if you're the Bears, and you've got to get a stop if you're the Miners. You almost need a turnover, which we have not had in this ball game.
Lawrence stopped. Might have lost a yard.
Well, you said it a while ago, down. If Missouri State right now, you're playing not to do anything other than set yourself up for 3. Because 2 scores probably gives you the breathing room you need. You're looking not to make a mistake. Miners are going to fight really hard. They're going to be slapping and reaching, trying to create a lost ball somewhere in here.
And down to 3.5 minutes to play. Clark looks over to dash Luke, and he got it. Luke in for the touchdown. That could be the knockout blow for the Bears.
Well, just enough of an angle. Hit him right in stride. They pull him down. Did he? Ooh.
Did he have that all the way through?
Well, he had it, but my question was, did the knee come down at the 1? I don't know. He did cross the plane with the ball, but it looked like the knee was suspect a little bit there.
Obeid for the kick, and now it's too late to worry about, and that's a 2-touchdown lead for Missouri State with 3:12 to go. 38-24 Bears. Getting late here in Springfield.
By 2 scores, and Don, everybody's going to be scoreboard watchers the rest of the way this evening, assuming Missouri State is able to hold on here. The Bears are going to become big fans of Middle Tennessee because they are playing Western Kentucky at this hour, headed to the 4th quarter, and Western Kentucky holding on to a slim 28-23 lead to start the 4th. If the Hilltoppers were to stumble and Missouri State were to win, they could leapfrog the Hilltoppers in the standings. And of course, that big game later tonight, Kennesaw State and Jack State.
14-point Missouri State lead, 3:12 to go. This will be fair caught and out to the 25. So UTEP is up against it now.
Well, if we hadn't seen Locklear throwing it much, he'll really be throwing it now. And if he could ever get those receivers open again behind the secondary, this is where he'll want it to happen.
Locklear 13 of 24 for 104 yards today.
Now, Missouri State has no designs on using any of their timeouts. Miners have 3 plus the 2-minute timeout, so we're far, far away from being done with this one. But he's got 3 receivers wide now.
Miners need a big play of some kind here, just within this series. And an open man at the 46, and that is caught. The catch for Raphael Campbell.
Well, needed chunk yards each time you throw it, and he got a lot of it right there.
First catch of the day for Campbell, out to the 46, and UTEP right to the line. Locklear again, and this is dropped at midfield.
Turned and ran before he had it.
Campbell again. 2nd and 10.
Well, and you'll see the Miners just go with the offensive sets they have. Probably no substitutions, not allowing the Bear defenders to substitute out on some of these long routes.
Down to 2:43 to go. And this is incomplete.
Another one in and out.
Wandemi Davis that time.
Really came in and thought Davis would be an Odom especially would really be big contributors today, but we just haven't called their number that much. Locklear hasn't been able to connect with them.
They both have 1 catch for a combined total of 6 yards.
Obviously 4-down territory regardless of what happens here. But Locklear needs to find a way to peel off a little bit more of that necessary yardage they need.
And missed the target again. 4th down.
Just misfiring badly there. And this will bring it up right here. If they're not able to convert, Bears will get it, and then they'll have to start burning timeouts to keep the clock stalled out. Yeah, he was just really off on target right there.
Fourth and 10. And all the way back. Locklear back to his 22-yard line. He just gets rid of it, and the Bears hold.
Well, once he's flushed like that and you're on the run, and he needed to get all the way to the 44-yard line, he was a good 35 to 40 yards away from connecting that far downfield, and it just wasn't going to work. And the defensive wall kind of stormed through, got a little assist from the back judge right there.
Missouri State has come close to putting this away.
Well, they'll run it 3 times here and make them burn 3 timeouts. I can't imagine that you would put it in the air and have an incomplete pass give them an extra timeout.
Lawrence has 98 yards today.
Well, maybe you willed him to a 100-yard day here.
From the Miner 46. Bears just want to hang on to the football, and Lawrence takes it to the 43.
And
timeout.
There's timeout number 1.
Timeout, UTEP. That's
well, I'll tell you what,
30 seconds.
The chances of him throwing very many more are not likely, that being Jacob Clark, but 30 of 39 for 330 yards and 4 scores today. That's a pretty good day's work.
Wow. Huge numbers for Clark today.
Well, if they are able to hold on, and it would seem they're in good position to do that, this would get them to 5-1.
Big day for Jaron Askren with 2 touchdown catches and another big 4th quarter catch.
Well, you know, early in the season, he was the Conference USA Freshman Player of the Week in an outstanding game where he did have a touchdown catch. He's only got 3 catches today, but I'd say he's probably a candidate to be Freshman of the Week again. He's got 2 touchdown receptions and a very critical 3rd down reception on a drive.
Here's the 2nd down run for Lawrence.
Bang.
He's to the 38.
Timeout again.
Gain of 5.
Timeout, UTEP. That's our second 30-second.
So we've beaten this horse almost to pieces here, but it's 3rd down. And if Missouri State converts here, even with the 2 timeouts, the 2-minute timeout and the timeout left, they pretty much got things in control.
Big day for Jamarie Robinson as well. 7 catches for 88 yards. A long catch of 45 today. And Robinson climbing up that Bears receiving list for receiving yardage up to the 11 spot.
And you know, Don, something we haven't talked about, 38 points on the board today. That's the 2nd highest total of the season for the Bears. Only the 42 in the win over Tennessee Martin. They have lived in the 20s all season long. 20 points in that range is about what's been victorious for them. So they're knocking on the door of uncharted territory as far as putting points up.
Now Clark to throw, and this is intercepted for the moment. A flag is down, and what was that all about?
Well, the officials are running into each other to confer here. I only saw 1 flag from the side judge. The back judge came running in to discuss it with him. You would almost think it'd have to be a hold or an interference call. Don't know which way the interference call could go. Ball was well underthrown, though. And they're going to come up and tell him what they've got here.
Referee Rodney Burnett.
Pass interference, defense number 12.
That's ball game.
15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
Did he push off towards, watch the right, upper right here. There's 12. That's a hold right there. I would have called it more of a hold than a pass interference because I thought I saw the jersey, and Scotty's working him again.
It says it all.
Well, it's been a difficult 4th period for the Miners penalty-wise. The penalties have just absolutely dictated what's going to happen at the end of this thing.
Lawrence will take us to the 2-minute timeout. And UTEP with just 1 timeout remaining. Missouri State
Reset the game clock to 2 minutes.
has just about put this one away in Springfield for homecoming into the evening in Springfield, Missouri.
I'm going to keep an eye on that Western Kentucky game. It is now Western Kentucky 28-26 on Middle Tennessee after a field goal. And Middle Tennessee has the ball 3rd and goal against the Hilltoppers. That game's going to be interesting to see the final.
1 timeout left for UTEP. And to Lawrence, stopped at the line of scrimmage, and the 3rd and final timeout. So only 2nd down coming up here now. So the Bears can take a lot of the remaining seconds off here now. And time for our Pinnacle Sign Group Player of the Game. And how about the day for Jaron Askren? 2 touchdown catches from 9 yards in the 2nd quarter, and another after that also in the 2nd quarter from 2 yards.
I think this 3rd catch, though, was even more critical because it pushed that ball down the field. It kept a critical drive going. So the freshman with 3 catches, 2 scores, but he gets to wear the belt today. Really big opportunity. And you know what? Really great players, good players take advantage of the opportunities, and he had 3 opportunities today and made the most of all of them.
Pinnacle Sign Group, a proud supporter of the Missouri State Bears. Yeah, we know Jacob Clark had 330 yards passing. We're just spreading it around today.
Exactly.
Yeah. He could give it to him every week. Clark will roll out with an open field to the 10, and he slides down for a 1st down, and the Bears can take a knee now.
You know what that is? That's a 7-year veteran that knows when to control the ball game, and he did that right there. Well, somehow the clock stopped. I don't know. Oh, I guess on the change out, the first down. Yeah, that's very reminiscent of where he got hurt about 6 weeks ago, rolling out to the right down on that pylon area down there. I'm sure he was thinking about it. And it should be just a formality now. So, Don, we can start talking about a lot of things that we talked about early, which Missouri State, you know, still holding out hope that they have an opportunity to maybe to chase in the last 2 weeks for maybe a share of the conference championship or whatever. That bowl conversation is going to continue to build. Are they entitled? Should they get a chance? What will happen? A 7th win does a lot more to build their case. If they were to find a way against Kennesaw State or Louisiana Tech in the last 2 weeks, an 8th win would really build a case for them. So had they dropped this one today, some of that would have probably gone by the wayside.
UTEP hosts New Mexico State next week and goes to Delaware on November 29th. Missouri State at Kennesaw State next Saturday at 1. Home to Louisiana Tech in 2 weeks, also at 1. And the Bears improved to 7-3, 5-1 in Conference USA. UTEP now 2-8 and 1-5 as the coaches meet at midfield.
Two of the young hot coaches in the country right there. A lot of respect, a lot of admiration.
After a furious third quarter for UTEP, the Bears come back to take charge with 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter and put it away.
Did what they needed to do. I'll tell you what, you tip your hat because the Miners made it more of a game than it looked like it was going to be.
How about these numbers?
Well, Bears were headed for a 500-yard offensive day, and then they stumbled through the third period, but regrouped in the fourth period, you know, and the penalty yards kind of offset time of possession. I mean, you hold the ball 15 minutes more than the other guy.
And it was dead even at halftime.
Yeah.
Sierra Clark is ready with Coach Ryan Beard.
Coach Beard, your quarterback, Jacob Clark, threw for 330 passing yards and 4 touchdowns against the best pass defense in the conference. How did your offense manage to poke a hole through that defense?
Yeah, he's elite. He's a gamer. He sees the field really, really well. You see him process through coverages, get us in the right checks for protection, and go from there.
And UTEP tied the game up in the third quarter, and that was an emotional moment. What was your message to your team during that time?
Yeah, we got to continue to fight. Still, with program building, you got to build consistency and understand how to put people away. We're not quite there yet, but we're on the way.
Thank you so much, and congrats on the win.
Thanks again. Go Bears.
Thank you. Back to
Thank you, Sierra and Ryan. Mercy can get you off the bench and back in the game. Find your best play at mercynow.net. At Mercy, your life is our life's work. This one goes to Missouri State today. Final score 38-24 as Missouri State improves to 7-3, 5-1 in Conference USA. For Tom Mast, I'm Don West, saying so long from Springfield, Missouri. Also for Sierra Clark, the final score 38-24 Missouri State. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.